Hi guys, Mr. Toon Nook here, and welcome back to another Divas and Knockouts video, news video I should say. And this week there hasn't been much news in the Knockouts department, so I thought I would only talk about the Divas. So yeah, Impact doesn't air in Australia till Saturday night, so it is early Friday morning now. But since I have time to upload, I thought I might as well get this done. So I haven't watched SmackDown either, since that won't air for another like 12 hours. But if anything happens on Impact that I feel is worth talking about, I will do a video in a couple of days or so, highlighting that. So if you only came here for the Knockouts news or Knockout stuff, probably not the video for you. So let's get started. So to start us off, I think we're going to go in a different direction here and talk about the Raw #1 Contender Divas Battle Royale, as a lot of news revolves around this. So first off, the contestants were only 5 of the Divas. Absent were the Bella Twins, Cameron, Natalya, and Rosa Mendez. Rosa Mendez got taken out of, actually was told to go home from the European tour due to being intoxicated, allegedly. And Natalya, I don't know, she was in New York promoting something, which I'll get to later. Cameron, I think she may have been in New York promoting with Natalya, I'm not too sure about that. And the Bella Twins were also in New York. So these were the only Divas, and they were Tamina, Naomi, Layla, Aksana, and AJ Lee. And talk about some good spots in this match. AJ done like a ran up at Tamina, jumped on her like she did with Kane when she kissed Kane last year, and Tamina pretty much super kicked her head off, and AJ was out for the rest of the match. Layla eliminated Aksana with a little chick kick that didn't look that great. The next elimination was Naomi, who got eliminated by Tamina, which again wasn't that great, just pulling by the hair for the ropes, kind of odd. Layla eliminated Tamina with a kick, and we had AJ laying out still in the match, and as Layla picked her up and tried to get her through the ropes, AJ sprung to life and kicked her out, playing possum the entire match and winning the match. So AJ Lee is now the #1 contender. So now that AJ Lee's the #1 contender, that kind of deletes my theory of Karma returning at Extreme Rules and the Bella Twins getting the title shot. And quickly, we might as well talk about the Bella Twins and why they weren't there. The commentary team said that they'd been disqualified due to cheating last week against Kaitlyn during doing the twin magic stuff, and that was kind of an odd way to bail them out of the match, considering they were in New York. And they were promoting a Divas reality show that is set to air on the E! Network. It will feature Cameron, Lynn, Naomi, so the Funkadactyls, the Bella Twins, and Natalya. So they're the 5 in it. And I don't know when that's going to air. I really haven't read that much into it, which I probably should have, but I didn't. But if you want to find out more about that, I suggest you just Google it. I don't think I'll be watching it. I'll probably watch the first couple of episodes, and yeah, that's about it. So that's why the Bella Twins went there, but they said on commentary that they'd been disqualified, which was kind of an odd way. So yeah, let's move on. So I talked about at WrestleMania Access, Summer Rae actually accompanied Fandango to the ring and was seen with him several times, and it was thought that she was going to actually debut at WrestleMania with Fandango, but that didn't happen, and she was actually spotted on the European tour with videos and photos surfaced of her accompanying him to the ring by dancing, and she debuted on Raw this week. And she didn't do much. She kind of just stood there like all the other dancers have done. And after the match, Fandango got attacked by Chris Jericho, and Jericho extended his hand to Summer Rae, and the two did a little dance, and that was about it. There was a backstage segment that was taped for WWE.com, and she just stood there with Fandango. That was about it. So yeah, she debuted on Raw though, so that's pretty good to see. Hopefully we see Paige get up on the main roster soon, or maybe this is probably the only time we're going to see Summer Rae. Maybe she could be sent back to FCW, NXT, and actually be called up to do something else, because they seem to change the dancer every week. But who knows, if she is on again next week, kind of seems like she's going to stick around. They didn't mention her name on commentary, so who knows, she may stay with Fandango, she may not. Okay, so getting to the results for SmackDown and NXT. I'm going to just talk about SmackDown briefly because I haven't watched it yet, it hasn't aired yet, but there have been results, so I'm just going to quickly talk about that. And since there wasn't anything major, I thought I'd just tell the results. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I suggest you skip ahead, or you probably shouldn't have been watching this video. So we had Aksana take on Layla, and we had Layla win. That was it. So that's SmackDown. And finally we come to the big match of the week that I've been waiting for about a month now. The NXT Divas Championship match between Kaitlyn and AJ Lee that I've been talking about for weeks, saying that should have aired by now, and it finally aired this week. I got to see it, and they put on an okay match. It wasn't anything great. They were given a fair bit of time. A lot of near falls, with AJ even hitting her Shining Wizard finisher. Only getting a 2 count though, and Kaitlyn won with a spear. I didn't see how that came about because there was a lot of people in the room and talking and stuff, so I missed that. Also wasn't able to hear if they mentioned on commentary about the Divas Battle Royale, if they dubbed over some new commentary or whether they were just using the ones that they done when they did the tapings. But yeah, so I don't know if that match kind of the AJ winning the Battle Royale was for this match only, or whether they're going to extend that to probably her getting a shot at Extreme Rules or even at several other pay-per-views and Raw and that. But yeah, Kaitlyn won with the spear, and that's about it. I found something interesting. I was able to listen to the entrance music of Kaitlyn when she came out on NXT, and she came out to her current theme that she uses. And because I know a lot of people in forums and that were talking about how she could come out to spin the bottle and it's going to confuse people, and they did display a message during the previous match where Antonio Cesaro was facing off some NXT guy. I don't know his name, but it kind of said like this was taped several weeks ago when Antonio Cesaro was the United States Champion. Kofi Kingston hadn't won the title yet, so they had like a little disclaimer at the bottom that was going along. It didn't happen during this match, so I don't know if that means anything, but that happened. And yeah, the theme music changed at the end though. Kaitlyn had her new music at the beginning. When the match actually ended, Spin the Bottle started playing. So I noticed that A lot of people I was watching it with didn't notice at all until I mentioned it, and they were like, oh yeah, she does too. Not that they cared or anything, but yeah, that was it. NXT I'd say obviously if you like either of these two and you've been waiting for like this match, watch it. But it wasn't anything great. It wasn't something you'll remember, but it was good. Hopefully this was probably just a test, more of like testing, probably getting them used to each other in the ring before actually putting them on like a pay-per-view match, which I really think they can deliver if they're given the amount of time and given decent time, and really put something great together. And this could really be the next Lita Trish Stratus type feud that everyone's been wanting. And I mean, people have been wanting these two to face off since WrestleMania. I know I have. I really thought this match should have taken place at WrestleMania, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. What do you think about the match? Anything I've talked about, whether it be the SmackDown results that I just skimmed over, the Battle Royale, NXT. If you got any thoughts on AJ as a #1 contender, Summer Rae, or the even Divas reality show, or anything. If you want to talk about the knockouts, go ahead. Like I said, if there's anything big happens, I'll do a video tomorrow night. If not, I will leave it till next week where I'll just briefly skim over it. But here's hoping for a Mickie James heel turn, and I'll see you guys next week for another video, or possibly tomorrow. Bye.